Hey everyone, and welcome back to our magical story corner. Today, we're flying deep into the heart of Shimmerwood Forest, a land where flowers glow and raindrops sing lullabies. Here lived a sweet young fairy named Faye. She had golden wings, curly blue hair, and the cutest giggle you've ever heard. But Faye had a big sparkly problem. She was allergic to glitter. Now, for fairies, glitter isn't just for crafts. It's their magic. They use it to make flowers bloom, help baby birds fly, and light up the night sky. So you can imagine how tough life was for poor Faye. Every time she tried to cast a spell with glitter, she'd let out a massive "Achoo!" and her magic would go haywire. One sneeze could turn a mushroom into a hat, or make butterflies start dancing the cha-cha. The other fairies were kind, but they couldn't help but chuckle. "Careful, Sneezy Sparkle," her friend Lila would tease. "You might sneeze us all into cupcakes again." Faye would just blush and brush the glitter from her nose. "I didn't mean to," she'd say softly. "I just wanted to help the flowers grow." Despite her sneezing fits, Faye had a heart of gold. She was always helping others. Even if her magic caused a bit of chaos, she'd guide lost bunnies back to their burrows, comfort tired bees, and gather fruits for her friends. She told herself that maybe, just maybe, she could still be a good fairy, even without the glitter. One bright morning, exciting news buzzed through Shimmerwood. The Fairy Queen was hosting the Grand Sparkle Festival. This was the biggest event of the year, where fairies would compete to create the most beautiful decoration and win a crown of moonlight. Everyone got to work immediately. Lila crafted sparkling crystal garlands, Poppy painted rainbow clouds, and even the tiniest fairies tossed glitter into the air. But poor Faye just sat on a mushroom, watching from afar. She wanted to join in so badly, but she knew one pinch of glitter would trigger a sneeze storm that could blow the whole festival away. As she was sighing, a powerful gust of wind suddenly swept through the forest. Whoosh! It rattled the trees and carried away all the beautiful decorations. Glitter flew everywhere. Ribbons got tangled, and crystal garlands snapped and fell. "Oh no!" cried the fairies. "Everything is ruined. The queen will be here any minute." Everyone panicked, except Faye. She stood quietly for a moment, her mind racing. Then, her eyes lit up. "I can help," she said with a determined smile. Lila looked puzzled. "But Faye, you can't use glitter." Faye just grinned. "I don't need glitter. I'll make something even better." And so, without a single sneeze, Faye began her work. She gathered fallen flower petals of every color, rose red, daisy white, and sky blue. She wove them together with long green grass and twisting vines. She found tiny glowing mushrooms and placed them along the fairy paths to light the way. She even used drops of morning dew to create sparkling beads that shone like tiny stars. The other fairies stopped their frantic work to watch her, amazed. "She's not using magic," one whispered. "She's just creating." By the time the Fairy Queen arrived, the forest was breathtaking. The flowers shimmered naturally, the vines curled like elegant ribbons, and the glowing mushrooms cast a soft, gentle light over everything. It wasn't the usual loud, glittery sparkle. It was calm, natural, and utterly beautiful. The Fairy Queen's wings fluttered in delight. "Who made this wondrous sight?" she asked in her soft, musical voice. All the fairies pointed to Faye. "She did, Your Majesty." Faye bowed shyly. "I couldn't use glitter," she explained, "so I tried using what nature gave us instead." The Queen smiled warmly. "My dear, you have discovered a deeper kind of magic. The magic of kindness, effort, and heart. Glitter may shine bright, but your creativity shines brighter." Faye blushed as the queen placed a delicate crown of moonlight and flowers on her head. From this day on, the queen announced, "You shall be known as the kindness fairy, the one who proves that you don't need glitter to make the world sparkle." That night, the festival was more joyful than ever. Faye danced and twirled without a single fear of sneezing. As she looked up at the stars, she realized that true magic isn't in sparkles or spells, but in love, helping others, and being true to yourself. And everyone in Shimmerwood learned that day that you don't need glitter to shine. You just need a kind heart. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure. If you loved Faye's story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more magical tales. See you next time.